What's going on, guys? My name is Omega and welcome back to another Apex Legends video. So in today's video, we're actually going to be taking a look at some Apex Legends YouTubers and seeing what their abilities and character model would look like if they were added as a legend in Apex. Now, these concepts were drawn by a guy named Bear in Comics over on Twitter. He was nice enough to let me review his designs for a video today, so if you guys do want to check out some more of his art, I will leave a link to his Twitter down in the description below. Now, the first legend that we are going to look at is iTemp, the tech support. So you guys probably know iTemp is a very big Apex Legends YouTuber. Taking a look at his just initial design for this character, it looks really cool. I really like the robotic arm coming out of the side. He's also got his logo as well as, I guess, a cell phone strapped to his chest. And I think I noticed like a little microphone in the background as well as his headphones, which kind of just pulls together the idea that obviously he is a YouTuber. And we can't ignore this giant robotic cat that is laying at his feet. I'm definitely excited to see, how that revolves around his abilities. Looking at iTemp's passive, his passive is called Let's Make It Work. This passive allows for any attachments to work on the gun in hand as long as there is a slot on that gun. His tactical ability is called That Arm, can use your robotic arm as a launcher, fire it just in front of you, and the arm attaches to the ground and launches you like a catapult, slingshotting you very fast in that direction after a small delay. I wasn't expecting the catapult thing. I was expecting this to be similar to what we saw with Fuse's passive ability, but then we got active robot parts, which is iTemp's ultimate, so can fire your robotic arm into the ground and detach from you. This arm now has several functions that can only be used once per ultimate. These functions are respawn beacon, auto revive a downed player, large cover shield, or one clip copy of primary gun for other players. So that is a pretty overpowered ultimate. We're gonna look at all of the legend concepts at the end and decide which one of these would be the most overpowered, but already iTemp is looking pretty stacked in his abilities. We're gonna move on to the next one though, that one being for Ragtag. So looking at the design, very cool design. This guy really is a good drawer because all of these characters do look like the YouTubers themselves. Looking at his passive, it's called Help Me Brother. When knocked, pick a teammate and instantly teleport to their location. His tactical ability is called Gutter Tier, throws a canister. This canister emits a gas when triggered. Anyone hit by the gas gets affected by Gutter Tier and their controls are all inverted. Dude, that is absolutely insane. I know like iTemp had some good abilities, but Ragtag's tactical is already one of the most overpowered things I've seen so far, and his ultimate is called Jelly Help. Places down a giant canister from his back. This canister holds a sentient substance. Once opened, this platinum covered jelly covers the player and his teammates. When covered, you can literally bounce and ricochet off walls, the ground, and each other like flubber, making your movements very unpredictable, man. This so far is definitely one of my favorite set of abilities. We're gonna have to wait and see if any of these other concepts stack with Ragtag's abilities, because so far I think he is probably in the lead. Next up, we got Back Off My Janks, who's rocking a red hoodie with, it looks to be kind of like some kind of jetpack in the back. I really do like this design. It's more on the simple side, but let's take a look at Janks' ability, starting with his passive called Eagle Eye. So his passive is can zoom into bruiser level while ADS with or without any sights on the gun. His tactical ability is called Let's Burst. Instantaneously in the direction you are facing, dash with a burst of energy. If you hit anything like a door, wall, or other player, you stop short but give a small explosion, hurting them, breaking doors, traps, and also taking a small portion of your health. This seems to be pretty balanced, man. Looking back at Ragtag's tactical ability, that one was so good compared to Let's Burst for Janks. This is an ability I would more likely see in Apex, definitely nothing that makes your controls go inverted. That would be absolutely insane. So his ultimate would be called Energy Charge, and it's not really explained the best way, but basically what this ultimate would do is that whenever Janks would have an overcirculation of energy, he would be able to throw these energy orbs onto the ground, where if another player ran into it, they would set off a chain reaction of explosion. So a little more complicated. This kit to me definitely feel like it would be a high skill level if this would ever add into the game. I'm liking Janks' abilities, but I think so far Ragtag is still in the top. I think iTemp is probably in second. I would put Janks in his abilities at third, but we got one more legend to look at that, and that is for So Far. Looking at the design, I have to say again, this is a pretty badass design, looking very similar to what So Far actually looks like. The outfit and the colors that he's wearing all go together really well, but we're going to take a quick look at his abilities, starting with his passive, which is called Hear Blood. So Far can see faint beams of light in the distance of knocked down players, closer to the knocked player, the more the beam disappears. His tactical ability is called Amplify, can use a device on his arm that for 10 seconds amplifies the distance of his passive and ultimate abilities, and his ultimate is called Null Void. For the device on your back, it sends out a wave that completely nullifies all sound. No one inside your mobile radius can hear footsteps, gunshots, healing, reviving, etc. You see whoever is making noise as bright color beams directly above those legends' head. That is insane, man. We've talked about legend concepts on my channel where they change like how sound works in the game, and in my opinion, I think that's just way too overpowered, because we already know that some people have like really good expensive headsets that almost gives you an advantage over other players like me who are using a $20, Turtle Beach that they got from the clearance section in Target. Now, if we have to rank all of these legends, I think I would still put Ragtag at number 1. His active ability to basically make other people's controls inverted is way too good. I think I would put iTemp as number 2 because his ultimate is very good. He has different functions that he can use for his ultimate, including respawning a player, reviving someone, providing cover, or just, giving someone an extra weapon. I would definitely put So Far as number 3 because I think just being able to mess with people's sound in game is way too good, and while, this might not be something that would work all the time, it's definitely going to have a really good effect if you would use this legend in, say, something like Ranked. And then finally for number 4, I'm sorry, but I'd have to list Jinx's abilities as number 4. It seems a little higher skilled tier, definitely someone who uses this legend could probably get really good with him and be able to just absolutely destroy, but I think the other legends just make it really easy to dominate if they were, of course, ever added into the game, which would be cool. I don't see Apex, putting YouTubers into their game like that. Maybe we'll get some weapon charms that have, a YouTuber's logo on it, but I think that's the extent of what we're going to get with this. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below which of these legend concepts you guys think would be the most overpowered in Apex. Also, if you guys want to check out the links to the YouTubers who I talked about in today's video, the links to them will be down in the description below. They are all very talented Apex creators, so definitely suggest if you guys have a second, go and check out some of their videos. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you guys all on the next one. Peace out.